Hey guys, ZeroArmada here. We're going to go over some burst rifle customization. Burst rifle is pretty much the best receiver in the game right now. I think the heavy assault rifle can give the burst rifle a run for its money, but the burst rifle, if you know how to use it, it's pretty deadly. I mean, there's nothing that much that can contend to it, maybe. Just like most of the other vids, I got two high level builds and I got two builds below level 15. So we got a little variety for you guys. A lot of the parts are pretty similar to some of the other previous videos. So first gun I got some max damage. Each bullet does 63 damage, and you got a burst of 3 bullets. So that's about 189 damage right there. Just if you hit all 3 bullets at one time. So that's something to keep in mind. It's a high damage gun if you can get all the bullets to connect. The problem is the spread and the recoil spread the bullets apart, which each burst. So that's if you know how to control it. If you can aim down, not at the head, not the chest, but at the stomach and below, the recoil will carry it up, and you'll get more your bullets to hit, and you'll have more damage. So that's something to keep in mind for this gun specifically. Muzzle, we got the last muzzle, of course, the Vulcan max damage muzzle. So barrel, max damage barrel is the Armcom Elite X3. Magazine, for the magazine, definitely recommend use the extended mag. That way you have more bullets, since you're using a gun that I guess you have more bullets per or actually more, you use more ammunition at a faster rate, I guess you can say. So I think it's just good to have more ammunition for each clip. So that's why I use that. You can also use the quick reload clip if you want to. That's another good option. But like I said, the speed factor doesn't really factor in that much, because if you listen to my other I think it was my assault rifle video, I talked about it. But basically, speed is 60%, or it used to be 60% your armor and 40% your gun, and after they patched it, now it's 90% your armor and 10% your gun. So speed's not going to really make a difference in terms of your run speed for your gun. So that's something to keep in mind. Scope, Reflex 2 Holo is my favorite scope, and that's something I just love using for most guns. Stock, I keep the stock at the default, and I mean, honestly, this stock doesn't do anything. If you look at it, everything's penalized, and it's a higher level stock, except for the run speed. It's a little bit faster, but I'm not really a fan of that one. This one gives you a little bit less recoil, but the spread, I don't want to sacrifice my spread in my range just to get lower recoil. So I think spread's a little bit more of something you want to minimize for the burst rifle, especially. So that's something to keep in mind. And that's the max damage burst rifle I have. Another good build that I see a lot of people use is the minimal spread. And with this, if you use it, you'll notice a lot more bullets will hit, regardless of where you hit them. So I mean, this gun will, if you know how to use it point for point, you'll get every bullet to hit. You sacrifice about 13 damage per bullet, so that's a big sacrifice. But I think that you'll have, if you're having trouble aiming, or I think if you know how to aim your shots and your ability to headshot, I think the sacrifice is well worth it. So for this build, we use the Vulcan 36 Spectrum for the muzzle. The barrel, we use the leather neck, the Briar leather neck. It's a level 25 stock. Magazine, same thing, same theory with the previous gun. We use the extended magazine. Scope, we got the OPRL 2 Reflex Holo, of course. Stock is the first stock. Weapon tag, I forgot to mention that in the first gun. It's the same though. It's gonna be minimal accuracy, or we're gonna have minimal spread, so we're gonna use accuracy tag for each gun. And that's pretty much it. It's just a similar gun to this one, except for the barrel and the muzzle, pretty much. I mean, most guns for most receivers, there's like a general build you can follow, I guess you can say. Next two are level 15 and below guns. First one is max damage for level 15 and below parts. We got the first muzzle, of course. We got the Briar composite LBIV for the barrel, and that gives you the most damage for every barrel below level 15. So that's why we're using that. Magazine, we're using the extended with the same theory as the other two guns. You probably want more bullets, since you're using a gun that you really need to make sure every shot counts. So if you have more bullet ammo before you reload, I think it really helps you out. Scope, OPRL 2, Holo, Reflex Holo, blah blah blah, same scope. First stock. Then we got the accuracy weapon tag, of course. And this one's kind of the variation to the minimal spread gun for a level 15 and below build. I think it's pretty much similar to the assault rifle if you saw that build. Got the same muzzle. We got the R36 Spectrum, which is the same muzzle we used for that one. Luckily, it's level 14, so we can use that same muzzle. Barrel, we're using the Vulcan Stalker 1T6. And as you can see, that gives you about the least amount of spread for your aim. And I think that's pretty much what you're concerned about, the spread aim. So with this gun, you're probably going to be scoped in a lot unless you're really... I mean, you can hip fire with it too, but I think you're more concerned about the spread aim for this gun specifically. So, using the Vulcan Stalker 1T6. Magazine, extended. Scope is the OPRL 2 Reflex Holo. Stock is the first stock. Weapon tag is going to be accuracy again. So it's just a general. I mean, most of these guns you can tell there's like a general. There's a couple parts that are consensus parts for each one for stock and the ammo. But yeah, I mean, just play around with some parts too. And I mean, if you guys find some good stuff, let me know and I'll test them out and I'll give out my feedback. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And thanks for watching.